This is Resisted Grace, brand new channel from the creator, Daryl Wright. What is this about? Well, I'm going to tell you in this video what this channel is for. First, I wanted to give you a little bit of background on my history, what I'm interested in, and what my various credentials are to talk about various subjects. So I was an independent Baptist fundamental King James Bible believing preacher / pastor for part of the time for approximately 20 years, just slightly under. I was saved at 16 when I knelt down beside my bed and accepted Christ as my Savior to pay for my sins so that I could enter heaven. And He paid for my sins via His vicarious sacrifice. Now, I'm an atheist. And how did I get to be an atheist? Well, that is a long story, and we will cover it, not in this video, but over time. So I spent around 20 years in the ministry. I was an associate pastor for many years at a Bible-believing Baptist church. I was a pastor for several years at a Bible-believing Baptist church. I went to Bible college in Michigan, and I went to missionary training as well. And I studied and got good grades in all of the Bible courses and Bible history and Hebrew and Greek, and I memorized large portions of the Bible. I think at one time I had memorized 5 or 6 books, the primary one being Romans, so I can speak to that. What is this channel for? Well, number one, we're going to discuss topics of the day, those topics that kind of make the rounds on YouTube because of their impact to different minority groups. We're also going to, or I also want to help those to recover from religion, for those that were in, were deep into religion and have a hard time getting out, have a hard time changing their thinking, changing the thought patterns that occur just from the fact of being in church, twice on Sunday, on Wednesday, and going to visitation throughout the week, and memorizing the Bible and learning Bible verses and learning Bible concepts and doctrine. Those things form your mind, form the thoughts in your mind, and form and give you a way of thinking that is wrong, to put it bluntly. So we want to help those that are recovering from that type of thing. I know there are other organizations out there like Recovering from Religion and the Clergy Project, which I'm a member. But this is going to be more of a personal sit down, one-on-one, and talk about how religion, Christianity in particular, corrupts the mind and leads down a path of hate and intolerance. So thirdly, we're going to be debunking some religious teachers. Now, there are some debate channels out on the internet. I think of one, Modern Day Debates, which I watch quite a lot, and they do debates between Christians. That's not so much what I'm going to do. I know there are some debunking channels like Paulogia, which I'm a fan of and I watch. I was a fan of the Non Sequitur show before that blew up. I'm still a fan of Steve McRae and his debate formats, and so we're going to be supporting him as well. But we're going to be debunking several topics, one of those being evolution. You say, why would you be debunking evolution? What credentials do you have? Well, currently, I am in school. I'm going to Arizona State University to finish my degree in biology, and I hope to move on to a master's degree in molecular biology Right now I have a heavy focus on evolutionary biology. I know also there are other teachers on YouTube. Aaron Robb comes to mind, who knows gobs more than I know about phylogenetics and systematic classifications and things like that. I don't want to step on his toes. He has got that down. If you want information on systematic classification or phylogenetics, Aaron Raw is your guy. So go watch him. I also watch Matt Dillahunty quite a bit with the Atheist Experience, and I watch Talk Heathen. I'm not trying to do the same thing they're doing either. So what is the primary? We're going to be debunking things like evolution. We're going to talk about young earth creation. We're going to talk about child rearing. And there is a lot going around about how Christians raise children. You know, that whole verse, to train up a child. And if thou shalt beat him with a rod, he shall not die. We're going to talk about some of those things as well. And one of the first videos I'm going to be putting up as soon as I get it finished is a review of the book by Michael and Debbie Pearl called To Train Up a Child, which I believe is child abuse. I also believe that taking your child to a fundamental church is child abuse. So, and we'll get into that some more as well. So looking forward to that. We're going to be debunking myself. That's what's going to make this channel different than some of the others. I have right here, and I'll put up, I'm new to the YouTube thing, so I think I'm going to put it right there, a picture of some of the tapes that I have. But here's one right here. I have this tape. It's an old tape from the late 90s when I used to be a preacher of a sermon. This one is called Come and See by Pastor Darrell Wright. So I am going to be debunking my own sermons. Won't that be exciting? So looking forward to that. What else do I want to do? We want to have some live hangouts and debates, of course, when we can, without becoming too like some other channels. We want to support some of those other channels. I know Steve McRae is trying to get his channel back up and running under his name, and we want to support that as well. So we'll be sending some folks his way, and looking forward to all of the things that he can do. And lastly, what do I want to do with this channel? Well, being a independent Bible-believing fundamental Baptist preacher, I cause a lot of harm. I thought I was doing right. I thought I was doing the right thing, but I was brainwashed. And I cause a lot of harm. I cause a lot of harm not only with my own children, who I subjected to the doctrines of the Bible and the community of the local Baptist church, but I also subjected them to some of the discipline that's mentioned in the Bible and that's recommended by broadly listened to Christian teachers. I also have harmed other people of other races besides mine because of my narrow-mindedness and my hatred of anything the Bible said I was to hate. I was against, and I'll give you an example, I was against interracial marriage. I preached against interracial marriage. So you can see that there are some things that you might hear on the tapes from my sermons that are not going to be good. We're going to be talking about LGBTQ plus issues on this channel, so that I can give a perspective from a former preacher of how LGBTQ people are looked at. We might even talk about the most recent NIFB and Make America Straight Again conference and the harm that has caused and the pain that's caused. We're going to talk about racism. We're going to talk about women's rights. And as you know, the Bible is not keen on women's rights. the Bible relegates women to second place sometimes, even further than that, but as property. So we're going to be talking about women's rights a little bit. And then we're going to be talking about children's rights. So I'm asking you right now, as I get prepared to post some videos, I'm going to be debunking some of my sermons right off the bat. We're going to be reviewing the book To Train Up a Child by Debbie and Michael Pearl. So exciting things to look forward to. Hopefully I will be able to participate in some debates, especially around young earth creationism and evolution and biology and how cells work. Fascinates me. The molecular working of it and inner workings of the cell, and how that evolved, and how that you don't need God for those things. So I welcome you to my channel. Please share it with others. Let's build a big channel. I look forward to any advice that anyone can give me from the comments below. I will be reviewing them. If you have something you would like me to review or to debunk, put that in the comments below and I will be certain to take a look at it, and we'll be posting it soon. Thanks. See you soon.